What's going on, people? Welcome to the player ratings after our penalty win, our redemption after Sevilla. Oh my gosh, our heart rates have reduced back down to normal. And we're going to go through the player ratings because actually this should be an interesting one because the top end of the pitch I think will be different to the back end of the pitch and midfield and so on and so forth. Obviously got to start with the man in net, David De Gea. Wasn't the penalty hero, but during the game, like you said in your fan view, he made some big saves today.
Yeah, top performance from him today in terms of saving the ball. And I guess that's what you get paid to do, you know. The manager said that things of that nature.
Most important job, he said, didn't it?
Most important job. Holistically today, it was good as well, you know, and some of the kicking was good. Some of the
do you know what? There were some nice kicks into certain areas where it's like we can win from there, or some other passes that were quite easy to pass. A couple of other ones went out, but same with Sanchez, he put some out, and then other times it was good. So
yeah, I got to praise him when he does it well today. So I'll give him a solid 7 out of solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with a 7 today. Do you, yeah, all right, we'll keep it moving. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Oh my guy! You know what? I was gonna say in my fan view, I said Shaw was my man of the match. Wan-Bissaka was a close second because even though he came off, he locked up Mitoma. And you know, I think both of them were drained. Mitoma and Wan-Bissaka were drained by the end of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wan-Bissaka, I'll give him a solid 8 for me. 8 for me.
I like an 8 for Wan-Bissaka. I think he was immense, man. Especially, I think we've all kind of spoken about it. That midway through the second half when we were a bit flat, it's like he goes on a mazy run. the linesman's going free kick. He's like, bun your free kick, man. Shut up, free kick, man. Composes himself, cuts it back as well, and we had a little mini chance there. But that just kind of got us going a bit. It was a little spark, and just defensively, there was one where Mitoma cuts inside, and he's not entitled to slide and get it, but does, even though they get a shot after it. But it's just a great tackle. Just in general, he was just really neat, really tidy in possession, played out some tight possession spaces. I think an 8 is solid. Lindelof.
I would give him. Well, Wan-Bissaka's 8 is a good level. I'm going to give him a 7. I'm just going to give Lindelof a 7. Really tidy.
7?
Yeah, tidy on the ball today. Good defense.
Kind of 9-ish. It's kind of 9-ish. Lindelof was a flop. You know what? You know why I'm saying this for Lindelof? Because against Forest, he got a bit outshone as well when he was really good. Was it Forest? Who did he play really good against recently? And everyone was talking about someone else. So it was Forest. Yeah, because Lindelof and Maguire had to play. Yeah. And everyone was more talking about, you know, Maguire did it. Yeah, Bruno, Anthony played amazing in that game. Yeah. And Lindelof kind of went, and I was like, even from then he should have got his props. Bro, Lindelof was wicked today.
He was top. But I feel like I can't give anyone higher than what Wan-Bissaka's got. That's why I'm saying because Wan-Bissaka got an 8.
I think Lindelof was better than Bissaka.
Yeah.
I think Lindelof was wicked today.
No, I hear it.
Him and Shaw.
It's a clean sheet performance. Everyone at the back line, like you were saying, was top. But okay, I'll give it a joint 8. I can't give it higher.
Don't listen. It's your.
Yeah,
if you want to give him a 7, give him a 7.
But it makes sense.
Because you think Wan-Bissaka was a bit better, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So by your metric, basically, because you think Wan-Bissaka was better, you think Lindelof was just below that, and we just gave.
But I'm happy to give it joint 8.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him higher.
Really, what I would do then, because to me Lindelof was better, I'll be like, I'd give Wan-Bissaka a 7 then, and Lindelof the 8.
Okay.
But or I'll give Lindelof the 9 and think that you know. So you guys get my drift. But I mean, okay, you're saying 7 or 1 below Bissaka. What are you saying?
You know what? The reason you're giving Lindelof that higher rating, he's in your Varane position, you know, and he's in that position where it kind of goes under the radar. You're not really seeing him much, and he smashed it. He did smash it, but I was actually going to agree with myself. So let's go for the 8. Let's go for the 8.
Okay, so these guys go. I'm still sticking with the 9. Let me know what you guys are. I think he was wicked. I think he was just a step above Wan-Bissaka, and Wamby was wicked today. Well, so a solid 8. I agree with that. But Lindelof for me was a 9. Luke Shaw
for me was a 9.
Yeah,
he was unreal. I think he was you know, he comes into the team, he helps us to progress the ball. He's so solid technically. He gets the ball. His touch is unreal. Easy 9 for me. I think he was man of the match personally, but you know.
Wow, sure, man of the match, mate.
Yeah,
and he's a strong. I wouldn't argue against that. He was Danny Welbeck, like you said, didn't even know he was there. You know, they brought on the other guy. What's the name? Unda, what his name is. Do you know what I mean? Didn't know he was there. And bare times Luke Shaw was following Welbeck. All the way in. You ain't turning me. I ain't scared. I ain't gonna foul you stupidly. Get silly yellow cards. And the time we did get a yellow card was when we absolutely needed him to get a yellow card. He was flawless, Luke Shaw.
Yeah, both centre-backs followed them all the way. Didn't let them have a moment's rest. Okay, I'll give Luke Shaw as well an 8. But I'm
Okay.
giving too many 8s now. 7, 8. Yeah, but I'm going to give it 8. Yeah, that's good.
The back four. The back four was immense today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were really good in what was a very difficult game where actually the top end of the pitch wasn't great. Dallo.
Dallo, once again, I think probably an 8, 7 and 8. What did I give Wan-Bissaka? We gave him a 9, right?
Gave him.
Yes, I think Dallo an 8. I think Dallo
gave him an 8.
Because also, bear in mind, Dallo went left back, played well. Then right back, played well. Well, he didn't lose Mitoma.
Yeah,
Mitoma was
yeah.
probably tired by then anyway. But yeah, I'll give him an 8. Once again, another solid performance. The back line,
The whole back
they
line,
deserve
yeah.
the scores we're giving them, you know. And he's got a penalty, so boy.
Yeah, another one. Yeah,
So yeah,
clean strike as well.
I'll give him a solid 8.
Yeah, you agree with that? Solid 8. Okay, into midfield. Here's what I think is going to get quite interesting. What would you give Casemiro today?
Oh, wow, flex. He didn't play good, you know, guys.
No, he didn't.
And Scott and Scott's, you know, kept him out of the team. I can remember at the beginning where he first came into the team. Scott kept. That's how he reminded me a little bit. Wasteful with possession, you know. And I don't see him as someone nervy, but again, took the first penalty. Character, big moments. Still shows that he's one of the top pros in this on the pitch today. But I don't know. I want to give him a 6. I'm sorry.
It's fair.
guys.
Fair is fair, and that's the good side of a 6. It's like, you know, he was really average today. He was. There were some moments where he won the ball back a couple of times, but there was some other moments where it looked like he was just waiting to get sent off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the yellow card he got was fair enough. I think it was a yellow card.
I don't think so, you know.
Oh wait, no,
the
that was the
referee,
dodgy one. No,
The referee
that was the
wasn't even
dodgy
mad.
one.
Only dodgy
The
one.
referee. Oh my god, the ref. Don't let me turn like Tyler. The ref was disgraceful. Nah, he was a cheat.
He was
He actually no, Josh. He actually was a cheat.
He was.
He was it. What's his name? Not Kavanagh. What's his name? Pawson. Was that Craig
I
Pawson?
don't even know who it was.
I did gangly legs. Like, so by the way, was it Pawson? I knew it. I was up near the back. I was in the gods today. I was like, that's Craig Pawson. He's a cheat. Awful. Yeah, but anyway, he picked up a yellow card. But even after that, gone sliding in a couple of times. Like, just before half time, I was like, oh.
No fear for these
Yeah, giving the ball away a couple of times. Basically, an average performance for him is what we're saying. Ericsson.
Ericsson, I wasn't impressed, not gonna lie. It wasn't a game for him. I think I'm gonna go out there and just say a 5, a solid average 5. And the reason I say that is because he didn't really, he didn't create much. He had a couple balls, swung a couple balls into the
Swung
box.
that one when he chopped it over to was it Rashford?
far end,
yeah, that was
exactly.
not too bad. But yeah,
But otherwise, I don't think it was his best game. I was actually calling for him to come off a bit earlier for Fred because I thought Fred, gave us a lot in that midfield. We'll talk about him in a minute. But I think for me, an average 5. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't Ericsson. So maybe he's just taking a bit of time to get back to speed as well.
Yeah,
but for me,
him and Casemiro, since they've come back in, just
Not
taking
quite
a
there.
little. I mean, they've preserved the whole when them three play together with Bruno, they don't lose.
Yeah, true.
But okay, an average performance for Christian Eriksen.
I'm gonna go 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a little bit higher. I really liked how he's playing. Like we were talking about the combination in the midfield, they're really good. And I like he was creating opportunities for Bruno. I remember Bruno had the shot and goal. It was slid through because
He
of
had a shot
Eriksen.
on goal himself as well.
Yeah, he had a shot. Yeah. So Eriksen's very, very tidy. There was a moment where Fred kind of had the chance to pass.
He should have laid it back. I mean, he crossed it instead.
Yeah.
So wasn't that Sancho who was there?
Yeah.
When Fred had it was Sancho who was there.
Ericsson came off for Fred.
Yeah.
But in terms of Fred, when Fred had the ball, the position that he takes up is that last man run into the final third.
Yeah.
Whereas Eriksen's kind of driving from deep and then passing it into Bruno. That's in those positions. We lost that once Fred comes into the game. It's the energy that we bring. And against Caicedo, you need that against Fred. So
I think a 6. I think I do get you saying it wasn't his best game. But I think there was a couple of little moments of quality there where he helped with some chance creation. It could have been different. But yeah, I think a flat 6 for Eriksen, which is standard for him side. Bruno,
for me, first half, excellent. He showed what we missed. Also got a silly yellow card. I think the referee was disgraced anyway. But solid first half. Second half, he moved over to the right later on. I don't like him on the right, but he still did the job for the team, and then he got really tired. Had to take him off. For me, a 7. Give him a 7.
okay, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'll give him a 7. I want to give him a bit higher, but again, he was fatigued.
Get higher than that.
Yeah, he was fatigued. He wasn't really playing brilliantly, and he picked up a little bit of injury there. But I'm glad he was able to carry on through the game. 7, yeah.
Okay, front line. Marcus Rashford.
Wow. And Marcus Rashford, we normally give him. We're throwing 7s, 8s, 9s at him, especially when we're at OT, really comfortable. But today just wasn't really his level. I'm gonna give him maybe a 5. I'm gonna say even, flex.
I think 6 at best if anyone wants to, but you know, there's going to be a lot of people. I think defensively, and I know a lot of people say he doesn't normally do this job anyway, and you get a little bit of a free pass if you're the star player, etc. But can't have free passes, man. We're not that good yet. Like, do you know what I mean? We're not that team. We don't have a setup where we can just say to a player, have the day off. Defensively, I think he was a bit naive. He was pressing too high up. He's trying to gamble, win it off Webster, when he should have just been tucking in and helping out with Solly March.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
It's a sticky one, isn't it?
I think he was really average today.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with the 5.
But he scored his penalty. Give him that.
Exactly. And also, you know, you mentioned the tracking back thing. You know, Saka, not to talk about Arsenal, but Saka is probably one of the best right wingers in the league, and he works hard in defence.
Works his nuts off.
Exactly. So if he can do that, Rashford can do that. And yeah, he wasn't kind of like Verison, he wasn't bad, but we want more, right? And I like things that I saw of him. You know, when he runs, it looks like he's trying to eat up the floor with his runs. Like, he's proper going at it. So yeah, I'll give him a 5, man.
Okay. It could be a 6, but I don't know. I think obviously great penalty as well, though. Under pressure, back at Wembley where he missed last time. He took a penalty here as well. So let's not forget the positive sides of it as well. But I think overall gameplay in the 120 minutes, it wasn't his best. It wasn't his best. But I'll probably I'll just edge him a 6, just because we won and we got to the final. Martial.
Again, another player that wasn't, you know, fantastic today, but, you know, had the little moments, quality moments in terms of link-up play, protecting the ball well. I'm going to give him maybe another 5, I would say 6. I would be nice if I would say 6 at the bottom. I want you to score today. I want you to add more attacking moments, being a bit more proactive defensively. It was a massive disparity between Weghorst, who was just pressing everything like a madman, and Martial, who doesn't really press. He does the shadow. I mean, Cam gave us a massive eye-opener when against that City game, where he's shadow covering the DM. And he was doing that a little bit today, but we're still not getting any dividend on getting the ball. So 5 today for me.
Yeah, what are you giving him?
I would have gone a 6.
I think a 6.
Yeah, and I think it's a solid 6 as well. I think he, you know, like you said, he does the link-up play quite well. And kind of like with Bruno, they both try to block the passing lanes on defence. Yeah. So, you know,
everyone wants Martial to run around like a blue-ass fly, but actually, when you look at, we were getting passed around loads when he was just getting his angles wrong. He wasn't even pressing. He was just going to the wrong guy and not shutting off the right angle, and they were just bouncing it off him because they're brilliant at doing that.
They are, and they're a good team, you know. But I think he did. I agree with Marcel in the sense that you want your striker to score a goal. You want him to affect the game a bit more. He had a shot, I think, you know, and you just want more from your striker. But I think a 6 rather than a 5 for me.
And again, 6 is fairly average. It isn't saying the person had a great game. I think when you start going 7 and above, that's when someone's really had a good game. Anthony,
once again, defensively worked really well, worked really hard. I'm becoming a big fan of Anthony. You know, I'm really enjoying his game. Out of the front line, I don't really want to give any of the front line any more than 6 really. Yeah. But for him, he's a high 6 if he's gonna be because he played really well. You know, I think he got up the pitch quite well. He worked defensively well as he always does. You know, had a good few chances. I was disappointed with his shots. Yeah. You know, the few maybe it's from where I was watching it. You know, I wasn't as high up as you, but I was, you know, it still looked to me like he's almost passing it.
Better.
Yeah, like give me a
couple of tame ones. There was one where he should have passed it, and then he should give the overlap to Bruno. But he took a tame shot, roller. Then there was one where he forced Sanchez into an actual decent. It looked like a decent save.
Even then, it was still like it's on your left foot. This is your special one, you know. But one thing I did like about him was his he used his right foot a couple times today.
Yeah,
kind of like Weghorst, who was winning headers. I was like, what is this?
They were shocked.
Yeah, he kind of used it at the wrong time. The time he does swing it is no one's there. But I did say, I was like, you know what? At least he's using it though, and that's a couple of games now where he started to done a couple of, I think against Forest. I think he used it as well.
He used one against Forest.
Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, I think a 6 star is fair. Onto the substitutes quickly. Fred.
5, maybe 6. Got into good positions. Average.
I'd say 6 because I think it's very important to raise the tempo at that point in that area of the pitch because Christian Eriksen maybe fading. Again, Fred wasn't amazing, but he got in people's faces. He got on the ball a little bit, and actually in the second half of extra time. We started to just, they looked a bit tired. We started to press them, they couldn't get out, they're kicking the balls out for throw-ins because they're playing out from the back, wasn't working as well as it was in the first half, in the second half and the first half of extra time. So yeah, I think a 6.
Average 6.
Average 6.
I agree with that.
Weghorst.
Once again, I'll give him a 5 because I can't,
man, won the free kick, says to the fan, come on.
On the point you just made about bringing the tempo, that pushes him to a 6. And like I said, he won some headers, which is shocking. But that, you know, I've always thought as a tall guy, like you should be winning more headers. But
It's a 5.
I'm glad it's.
It's a 5. But you know that one where he started behind the guy, he's sprinting for it. He makes it his
And then
duty, win the foul.
Yeah.
Sabitzer wastes it, but you know he's done his job and scored his penalty. Can't score for love nor money during the. And let's not get twisted. Let's not act like when Weghorst was going to step up, we weren't like, oh, this guy, man, him and goals hasn't really gone this season. Like, oh man, and he kept his composure.
It looked like he miskicked it as well from where I was standing, but I don't know. I haven't seen it back.
Mate, he scored.
He scored.
He scored. Don't worry about that. Exactly. He scored. Yeah. So I think a 5. Yeah. But you know, if you want to give these players who took a penalty the extra boost up, then for a 6, why not? We're through to the final. You know, we want to support our players, don't we? Yeah. Sancho.
Oh, Sancho,
actually.
Yes. No, Sancho
came on. Yeah.
It's an interesting one. Oh, he had good moments, man. I'm going to give him an average 5, maybe. Average 5. He had good moments today. You know, head off Sabitzer, nearly created something. He played well. He played well. A lot better than from the half-time substitution the other day. So an improvement on that.
Terrible.
He was terrible that game. So he was well today. I'll give him an average 5, maybe.
I'd bump that up just to 6, just because, you know, like we said, this is the first penalty he's taken at Wembley since that last one.
Great penalty.
I didn't like, you know, maybe this is his instructions, right? But when he gets on the ball, he does slow it down. Yeah. Like, rather than, he doesn't have the pace, I guess, to go down the line.
He doesn't have it. Yeah.
But, you know, it can be a bit frustrating when trying to win a game. But maybe that's the instructions, you know, when you get the ball, keep it.
Yeah.
Recycle
But in his defence, the times where he did slow it down, there wasn't much ahead of him. And because he's not a player who's going to beat them 3 men ahead of him and then do something special,
Recycle it.
Just keep it. Just keep it. It's a frantic game. We're in extra time as well, by the way. Don't mess up. Keep the ball. So actually, I don't mind that. I'd give him a 6. And actually, to show a lot of bottle there, to take that penalty and dispatch of it. You know, I really was thinking, please, Sancho, no, please, bro. This is massive for you. This is with everything he went through before. Missing here and what he went through online with the likes of Saka and Rashford, etc. You just knew if he would have missed what would have happened, and I was just so pleased to see the net ripple. And actually, it was a very confident taken penalty. You know, who else came off the bench? Malacia came off the bench. He was aggressive. 5. I think that's fair.
I think with Malacia, sorry, just to add, he does jump in a bit. You know, whereas Dalot and Wambi, they run with their man. You know, and they take their time. That Malacia does dump in a bit. He's a bit aggressive.
You can tell why they call him the pit bull, innit? It's like he wants to just keep biting. Where sometimes just cool. But I think he's had a good breakthrough season, man. Do you know what I'm saying? He just needs that little bit of composure, which I'm sure he'll get, man. He's a really aggressive player. So do you agree with that? 5.
100% agree. 5.
And Sabitzer.
Yeah, Sabitzer. 5 as well. Yeah, 5.
Scored his penalty as well when he really needed to. I know Sanchez might have got a hand on it, but that's do or die there. That's in regular. That's the 5th penalty. They've just scored. The pressure's on you, Sabi. You have to score, and he did. So yeah. Well, we're through to the final. Ten Hag, what are you giving him?
Oh, 9 out of 10, man. Can't give 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Ten Hag. He smashed it. You know, picked the right team. I mean, he didn't have much choice, exactly. But I'm glad with, you know, that he was on that did the Luke Shaw left centre back thing anyway.
Yeah,
us, you know, so
make it even thing.
Exactly. So you know, 9 out of 10. You know.
I'm gonna go maybe 8. Only because second halves it's like we're not seeing what are you telling these players? They drop the level. They kind of come in a bit timid, maybe tired. But
I think that's indicative of them, though.
Yeah.
I think just their mentality. Like, look what they did in Seville. Look at all these big away games that we've done. Yeah. We know they're being coached properly now. We're seeing patterns when everything's going right. When we're playing at Old Trafford, it looks lovely. Oh, we're amazing. But as soon as we need a bit of minerals and people put it on, I was like, they keep faltering. So I don't know. I think that's a bit harsh to put down, Eric.
No, right. You're right. And I'm not going to put the whole thing. I'll change that for sure. I won't put all of it on him, but in terms of he has to have some responsibility. He has to set that kind of mindset and the temperament of the players, especially away from home now. It's a clear issue for us. So I would say 8. Yeah. Exactly. That point. That's a good point.
We're through to the final, guys.
Guys, that's a big point. That's a good point as well. So on that premise, I'm still gonna give him an 8. I'm still gonna give him an 8 though.
8 and 9. It's much of a muchness. 9 sounds a bit better, but you know, because we got over the line, and actually he was the one saying, which I understand why he's gonna say it. This is my team, and they bounce back. They need to prove it every day. After that Sevilla game, I can't have my players not giving enough. It's not good enough. And actually, although it didn't go perfect for us, they did show mentality today. They did show bottle to not concede big chances, to not get absolutely peppered by Brighton, and to defend properly. And when you need the ice cool veins from squad players, there's no Eriksen on the pitch, there's no Bruno, there's no Martial, there's not all these players. Anthony's not on there, Martin, obviously, you know. The leaders are off the pitch at this point, and you know some of the not players who haven't been playing so much stepped up and took big penalties finally and got us through. So that's the player ratings, guys. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let us know if you agree with these guys, with us. Are we being too lenient? Are we being too too nice? You know what I'm saying? Are we being too rough? I don't know. Let us know. Are we being gassed just because we're in the final? In which point I don't care, because I'm still vexed from Seville. I'm still vexed from Seville. I'm still vexed from Seville. But this has gone a long way. Yeah. But just how funny is that? How football is? I literally wanted the season to end Thursday night. I said it. I wanted to see. If you would have said to me, you know what? Let's just pack up. Here's third place and the Carabao Cup. That's how I felt. And then you win like that. On penalties,
lose your voice.
This thing called football, eh? This thing called football. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon. Come on.